Hey, it's Andrew with Front Range CNC. Today we're going to be talking about G code and M code, and more specifically, do you need to know G code and M code to operate the Front Range CNC, and just give you an idea of what that looks like. So the short answer is no. You don't need to know any G code or any M code. So we help make your post processor for you, so that when you do get your software, whatever that is, whether it's VCarve Pro or Fusion 360 or Mosaic, we already have a post processor made that we've made and proved and tested, and from there you don't need to know anything else that's happening in that code. The controller, whether it's the Syntec, the Fagor, or the Fanuc, is going to take that information and translate that into whatever part you're cutting. So you don't need to know any of that. The full extent of running a Front Range CNC machine is you need to know how to drag a file out of Windows into the folder that the CNC is looking for, and then release, and that's it. So if you've made your product in VCarve, you've done your toolpath, that's it. You don't need to know anything else. It's a really easy system. All the Fagor and the Syntec we use are both utilizing a PC front end that is simple and is familiar to you. The Fanuc system is utilizing a more of an industrial front end, and so if you are wanting that appearance, that's completely fine as well. It really is just going to be dependent on what you like, what you're used to, and we want to make things as easy as possible for you to run the machines, but they're extremely simple. You don't need to know G code and M code. As a note, the difference between G code and M code. So G code is generally universal across mills. So think about a Haas machine, a Mazak, a Doosan, something like that. Will use the same style of G code as most routers. You don't need to know any G code, but the more you learn in general, it is helpful. There are things like cutter compensation or additive offsets, or even just controlling a high-speed machining algorithm that you can all control with G code, but it's not necessary. Out of the box, the machine will run and do everything you tell it to out of your software. M codes are typically manufacturer specific. So the M code from a Front Range machine to another router would be different. And these are things that are typically different subroutines of, here's an M code to do X, Y, Z. Maybe that's go measure this tool, or go put away this tool and get this tool. Typically, you don't need to know M codes either. It is just helpful to know that G code and M codes are just different in the sense that G code is universal and M code is typically manufacturer specific. But again, you don't need to know either of those to operate and run a Front Range CNC, to the highest level of efficiency. All you need is to be comfortable with whatever software you're using, and we help you learn the software as well as integrate that into the Front Range machine. I try to make it, as simple as possible for you to go from software to cutting lots of stuff and hopefully ramping up production. If you do have any questions, feel free to call or email, and we'll be happy to talk, or even look at your files if you need to, just help you in that way. Thank you.